Saving the world or solving a mystery is an impressive feat on your lonesome, but we can guarantee it'll feel even better if you do it with a friend. Co-op gaming lets you buddy up with a pal and take on everything a game can throw at you. It's a magical, bond-building experience, the very best of which you can find in the games we're about to mention.
Real friends like and subscribe, so please do that to prove you're a worthy co-op companion.
Saving the world from evil magic and interdimensional dragons is no easy task for a single hero. That's why Divinity Original Sin asks you to create 2 heroes at the start of its story. And sure, if you're a loner or a power-hungry leader, you can control both these characters yourself. But Original Sin is an RPG that's best played in co-op. Why? Well, it's a fiendishly challenging adventure that demands a bit of the old grey matter. You'll have to discover its mysteries with barely even a quest marker to nudge you in the right direction. The opening is a murder mystery akin to a Sherlock Holmes story in fantasy cosplay, and things get even more complicated the deeper down the well of tyranny and talking cats that you go. Having another head to confer with definitely comes in handy. The turn-based combat is perfectly tuned to combining the abilities of both players, but it's the non-violent moments where co-op shines best. If you disagree with your buddy's approach, you can roleplay arguments and settle scores with a heated round of rock, paper, scissors. The apocalypse is just a playground game, in other words.
New York is one of the world's top tourism destinations, and you can explore it for the very reasonable cost of just one video game in The Division. We should announce now that it's Plague and Bandit season, so please prepare yourself for a turbulent and deadly experience. This RPG shooter is best explored with friends, so you can group together in front of corpse-strewn monuments for snow-capped selfies. Buddies are most useful for tackling the game's actual missions though. They have an MMO-like structure that often requires numerous guns all pointed in the same direction, such as over there at the fat guy with the flamethrower. When bullets are flying, you'll soon see the advantage of teaming up. Everyone can contribute a unique duo of skills to a fight, which can make your fire team an unstoppable force. Now that's what we call #squad goals.
Zombie movies would have you think that other humans will only ever drag you down. They're stupid and inevitably summon the hordes that will feast upon your flesh. While that can and will happen in Left 4 Dead 2, Valve's shooter proves that the only way to survive is to band together. Left 4 Dead's more than a lesson in undead teamfights though. It's a horror rollercoaster for 4 players. The director, an AI that controls the pace of the game, releases gangs of zombies upon you at the perfect moments. The tension builds and bursts, and it's only through tight coordination that you'll overcome the waves of brain-hungry beasts. Its best moments come in the form of team heroics. As you're tied up in the tongue of a smoker, you'll sigh in relief when a friend frees you from its gooey grasp. You'll forget about all that in 2 seconds when a boomer is vomiting on you, but for a moment there, you shared a true co-op bond.
When demons invade the realm, they never come in single file. Nope, they always arrive in massive gangs, creating fleshy tides of evil that need cutting down to size. That's why it's always good to bring a friend in Diablo 3, because pest control makes more sense as a joint business venture. As an action RPG, Diablo is at its best when you're combining the skills of hugely different classes. You could have a wizard slinging fireballs from the back lines while a barbarian gets stuck into a bit of up-close neck ripping. The game's skill system is limitlessly flexible. This means you can experiment with your loadouts to find a set of skills that perfectly complement your partners. Blizzard's Monster Masher is more than just a kill streak though, it's also a treasure hunt. There's nothing better than comparing your finds and swapping them like deadly trading cards.
Portal 2's co-op campaign casts you and a friend as a robotic Laurel and Hardy, and the results are predictably hilarious. Requiring precisely double the amount of portals of the main game, it's hours of things going very wrong, wrapped cosily around precious seconds of air-punching triumph. The genius of Portal's co-op is in the way it brings players together and forces them apart. Sometimes you'll be required to solve conundrums that involve 4 portals, light bridges and momentum, all carefully constructed by 2 players simultaneously. Other times you'll be separated and need to communicate closely to ensure you're both on the same path. No 2 test chambers are alike, but all draw on the combined efforts of 2 brains. You can't carry someone to victory here, so it's a strictly no dummies allowed zone.
Okay, we'll admit it, Borderlands 2 is a pretty boring game. Its repetitive, grindy quests grow old quick, and the humour dies after an hour. But that's only if you play it alone. Buddy up with a friend or 3 and Pandora becomes a land of co-op opportunity. The open world format allows for emergent gameplay, and that's increased twofold with extra players. You can forget objectives for a while and just wander off into the cartoon wastes, bringing bullet-fueled anarchy to gang outposts. Your own chatter provides the laughs rather than Gearbox's writing, which would mean the script is suddenly award-worthy. You've got Tina Fey and Aziz Ansari on your friends list, right?
Trine 2 is a wonderful little tale about a wizard, a knight and a thief who all go on a whimsical adventure. It's a gentle platformer with gorgeous soft-lit visuals, and that makes it the perfect co-op game to relax with. While it may be full of puzzles, Trine 2 is never frustrating. Rather than exhaust all your neurons, it tickles your senses and coaxes you on through its fairy tale world. You're only ever a bouncy mushroom or a waterfall slip away from secret treasures and giant frogs. As a pair, you can combine the powers of the characters in ways impossible when Trine is played solo. Say you need to reach a tricky high ledge. Don't bother with a proper solution. Just get the wizard to materialise a box, have someone hop on and then levitate it upwards. Sure, it's sort of breaking the rules, but when was the last time you saw magic adhering to the laws of anything?
Don't Starve Together makes a lot of sense because you'll never go hungry if there's another person with you. If you get our meaning. Not that Clay's survival game encourages that sort of thing, of course. No, Don't Starve Together is all about teaming up with friends to build the gizmos you need to stay alive. The original Don't Starve thrived on its isolating atmosphere, but being stranded with a gang means you can pull together resources and get things done quicker. That's effective until someone decides to eat all of the food, of course. Fear not, greed may lead to death, but death leads to ghosts. Deceased players can come back as spooks and haunt the living, driving those who wronged you mad in the process. They gave up their right to sanity when they left you to starve.
As neatly summed up by the efficient title, Orcs Must Die 2 is the sequel to the tower defense game where the orcs die. Such greenskin genocide can now be committed by 2 players, which is handy as there's an awful lot of them. Killing orcs is easy. All you need to do is line the floors, walls and ceilings of your castle with a healthy variety of lethal traps. There's all kinds of gadgets to opt for. Acid sprays, fire pits, those swinging blades used in industrial meatpacking plants. Yeah, you know the ones. Like we used for... yeah. Easier levels see all the orcs storm into your castle through a single door so you can cluster your traps together for a dense murder tunnel. Harder maps have the orcs use 2 entrances, forcing you to split up and fight on 2 separate fronts. Whatever the scenario, it's a frantic blast that'll have you high-fiving your partner as the last orc head bounces off your rampart.
And those are, in the ever-knowing eyes of PCGamesN, the best co-op games you will find on PC. Now go grab a friend and play. What do you mean you've got no friends? Well, that's what the comment section's for, or for telling us we've got everything wrong.
Either way, let us know what you think. If you enjoyed the video, why not like and subscribe while you're at it, eh?